yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. I'll have to look. I reposted on the two main groups in Prince Rupert related to asking about Maverick, my cat. One is a pet one, and one is the bulletin board, and I'm getting people saying they disagree with my interpretation, which is in the text somewhere, which is not that harsh, about, you know, animal rescue or support organizations. And I got a message of somebody saying, I think your cat has been spraying my yard or whatever. But that person doesn't say where it is or provide pictures or videos, just criticism. And, you know, like what I responded to the two ladies that say they don't necessarily agree is, and if you go on their profiles, I mean, you can learn about them, whatever is visible anyways. And I say, well, I don't mind having a conversation with you that we would record. And it's not just to be argumentative, it's actually to come up with ideas. Because some people really believe an organization's doing great, but then when you discuss, hey, wouldn't those choices be better? Or wouldn't that kind of volunteer make a difference? Or that kind of fundraising? Or that kind of community support? So it's always kind of brainstorming ideas to be better, which for me comes easily based on a conversation about how an organization is doing at this time. Like, for example, it's really not hard to find hundreds of people that'll criticize the SPCA, including people that have worked there. So, you know, and the fact that it doesn't get resolved is, and again, I can only speak of my experiences when I give my opinion. So if people, you know, don't accept that data, then they shouldn't argue with my opinion, because the data is real about my experiences with these organizations. They might have good intentions, but they might not be good at following up. They might prioritize this or that. And the thing is I really don't have a credit card, and I really don't have money to pay for neutering. And I really do have a lot of skill sets to work, not just in industries where they really want me, but mostly in industries where they really need me. And again, I'm not making this stuff up, that there is a lot of buildings that aren't being used, so there wouldn't have to be that many homeless people. And then when you mention these things, and then you get, oh, you don't understand, it works like this because, or people are slow to respond because you're a newcomer. You have to understand they don't have human standard skill sets to be able to evaluate who to trust or not, or what to prioritize, or that person's retiring, or whatever it is, you know, it's just excuses and not problem solving. And I can be gentle in pointing that out in a conversation, but if somebody is unfairly judging me or is, you know, a culture breaker in all of their responses, it's apparent, then I can get a bit harsher with them. And that's why people just don't agree to this. So, and if they don't agree to this, but claim, you know, that they care a lot about a topic. Like, there was a girl that I didn't hear back from, but you know, she wrote a lot, and I responded in a short answer saying, it's great what you wrote, and here's, by the way, the reference of this that you looked up a different way, and I found the information by looking it up a different way. So I was teaching her a little bit, for example, research skills, and she seemed to respect me after that, but she never followed up. She never got back to me. So it's good to have a passion, but if you don't apply it in the most efficient ways, then, you know, you probably will keep avoiding conversations with me. And it's because I operate on standards that for me reflects the variety of human thinking tools I have, and also being a culture repairer, and also walking the talk of caring for animals. Because when the norm accepts the standards of the norm, and they will judge a newcomer who is more caring, ready to put in more hard work, problem solve things that who is a commoner to them for years and years, who's just doing what the norm is accepted, and they defend that when the norm is systemically sick. You know, you're not going to win a public debate against me. And again, you're not going to earn my respect because I'm offering myself, even volunteer, and it's being refused, to actually, go in and do the work. But it can't be just do the work that is stagnating or that is an evolutionary dead end. You won't get me to do that. And just the fact that you don't believe it's possible to do better or act differently, and to actually measure results, that it's the right thing to do. Just because you can't go there in your thinking tools doesn't mean you're right. And that's what it's like for me to live among the Incongruence. So again, 5 weeks we're looking at, I don't know where my cat is for sure. And this is just to say that I'm watching videos how connected we were, my cat and I. And I think I've been putting it too much that he's mad at me if it was that cat I've been visiting and that's why he's not coming close. That's not it. My cat would come close. I'm not sure though how much of the motivation of my cat jumping out of the motorhome was related to the smells, right, the hormones of what he was pursuing, having not been neutered, or it was about escaping the possibility of always living with me and relocating. And so I'm thinking maybe, was it more trauma, or was it applying at the time he jumped out to escape? Did he know I was just doing a temporary errand and he was maybe going to be nearby? Which location is it? And even at the wildlife place where they make me feel like I shouldn't be seen there again because it's going to make the old lady nervous. And also that it could be that they're afraid that I'll settle there permanently with my motorhome. Well, it prevents me from looking for my cat there, which is one of the likely places he would have jumped out. Because I'm worried they're going to call the police or say, what are you doing there? You're scared. I'm not in any place that's illegal to be. And I don't mind walking most of it looking for my cat. But you're going to think it's weird because you've got the pathologies. And you claim to be animal friendly, but you're not letting me go look for my cat there. I don't know if they can grasp that. They can't grasp that because it means referencing the outside world. Referencing what it feels like for me to have barriers to look for my cat. And also to be contacted by people who see a video but can't observe it properly and are sure they saw my cat when he only has white here, and the one they saw has white on all his paws or all around the neck or whatever it is. It's upsetting that people aren't that high in their standards of communication or observation or problem solving, and yet they'll say, oh, I'm contributing to the population of whatever, and I've documented even months ago trying to get help to get neutering, and how this cat, for me, whether he's registered like that or not, is a therapy cat, because I can't get human level friends, and the ones that I did are monkey and dog, and now this cat were able to offer human level friendship more, at least higher, than what are supposed human people primates. So people, you might not like somebody that has higher standards than you, but it doesn't mean that if you're 100% of you agreeing to be against me, that it makes me wrong. It's still not going to make me wrong. The universe is measurable. So your opinions must be backed up by measurements and evidence and data. And if it isn't, I'm going to say, well, that's nice, you think that, even though you've just been presented with evidence that should make you stop thinking that. But, I'm not going to keep wasting my time with you because you think somehow, being the norm, having the majority around you, somehow has the superpower to physically change the reality of the universe. It's not going to do that.